to order the design review board meeting for June. Please stand with me and recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Play ball.
That's right.
Right, so do the Canadian one. More American.
Okay, so agenda item 3 is a call to the community. Are there any citizens who would like to address the board?
Vice Chair, actually, that's a good point. Mr. Antenbrink, we do have this item 3 call to the community to talk and address the board on any non-agenda items. So if there was a desire to formally on the record talk about anything else tonight, you are welcome to. Otherwise, we can hold.
Yeah, sure. I'll let you.
Then to the microphone, please.
Stand tall. So, yeah, I would like to chat about a couple of other projects that are kind of in the queue, located in the downtown center. So,
Sorry, could you just state your name for the record?
it's Brian Attenbrink. That all you need? Never done this before.
I think so, yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. If you want to talk about anything else, now is the time to talk about it.
Now's the time to talk about my two.
Tilt the microphone up.
Okay, all right, I'll get into it.
Say your piece and pray forever.
Okay, so there's a couple of things, as you may or may not know, I'm the owner of the complex, the downtown, and there is a parking lot on the south west corner that I would like to do a proposal of a building, to build a building there. This is kind of a rendering of the building. There's a couple of copies you can have a look at. I might have one. No, but it would kind of go in the southwest corner, which is right here. Okay, so it would take up half the parking lot. There, about 8,000 square foot building, 3 stories. Retail for restaurants, cafes, that type of thing.
Is that building you'd remove? And
That building doesn't exist right now. That's the building that would be the building.
Okay. That makes sense now.
Okay. Maybe I have a before and after picture. If I do, I might, if I was organized, I would, but I don't.
How much of an issue is it with the phone company?
Oh, that I don't know. It wouldn't interfere with that. It's on my property that I own the parking lot. So, as far as interfere in what capacity?
Well, you know what that is, what that that operation is?
The CenturyLink? Yeah, and what it's for?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it goes all the way up to the Air Force Base. So they've got,
Yes.
you get close, they get edgy.
So I'm sorry, I just want to remind, I don't think we're allowed to discuss any of this.
I'm gonna look at the word, to be clear, because we have a call to community and a response typically to the call to community, what is the procedure?
If we ask questions, you can either respond and then later, but yeah, we shouldn't be discussing. He can tell you all the information for it and then come back to the next person. So any questions?
Wonderful, thank you, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. I may or may not have answered your question, so.
Oh, no, that's fine.
But yeah, it's a, I live in the community, and so I have a vested interest in the community to grow it, and looking forward to seeing a downtown core and seeing it flourish. It's been kind of naked for quite some time, and that would be sort of a phase 1 approach. There would be another development on the north west side of the building. And maybe what I'll do there, and this is the ribbons. Can I speak into that? Do you have any other questions about that kind of a building?
Just to, our deputy city clerk's point and vice chair's point, whatever you'd like to present, we're gonna have to hold on any sort of back and forth until a future date.
Okay. Okay, so probably the more immediate project I'd like to look at outside of the one that we're formally going to propose is on the northwest corner where that Ribbons building is. As you know, it's been a bit of an eyesore of a building, and so I've got some ideas that will completely transform it and in that entire section. So it would require, I'm not looking to demolish the building. I'd like to preserve it, but obviously gut it and get it down to the posts and kind of rebuild it from there. I'd like to propose a facility that I'd like to call the venue. And the venue is a canopy over that entire complex, and there'll be like a stage. There'll be restaurants. There'll be a restaurant cafe, a gelato ice cream shop, a bar in there inside, and in the center it'll be just open for like games and kids to play and stuff like that. And there'll be a stage for music nights, music festivals, talent nights. A really cool concept. Here's I think, like a very transformational concept. Here's sort of the floor plan. It's a couple of copies of what that would look like. So the current building is right here. Okay, so, and then we'd have this stage and an open area around that. So, very, very cool. Why do I want to do that? Again, I live in the community, and so I think something like that, an open venue with a stage, live music, bringing the community together. There'll be a restaurant called Tapas Bar and Grill in there, and it'll serve all tapas foods, international tapas foods all over the world. You'll come and you'll be able to enjoy the community. There'll be a second floor, so there'll be seating above and seating below. So giving this concert-like feeling there. And it again would take up the entire, the footprint of that place is 90 feet by 76 feet in size. So I'm proposing taking out all the parking and building that whole structure around that. If I can show you the exact on the floor plan, yeah. So that's kind of a rendering of Ribbons right here. Yeah, the Ribbons is right here, right now. That's the Ribbons building. So this would be canopy over that, and inside all this is games and like cornhole and stuff like that that you can do for kids. Just bringing community together. Like I say, I want to take it from the armpit to the heartbeat of Litchfield Park, and I guess that's on record now officially. But that's sort of the idea that I'd like to have there. A big CapEx spend for me, and that could be in a sort of a temporary capacity. I may or may not, have that as, it might be temporary, it might be permanent, because what I could do is I would build that like right now. And as I'm building the southwest building, I build that up and then move the occupants or move the tenants from that other building, and move them into that southwest building, and then build another building very similar to what I've showed you there to build it on the northwest side. So, but I might just keep it there and have the venue open and have that place where it's very unique. There's no place like that in Litchfield Park where you can come, you have a band, you have like talent shows, music festivals, all kinds of things that you could do there that could really bring in the community. So really excited about that. So. Any questions on that?
We'll hold questions.
Okay. No.
We'll look forward to seeing it on a future agenda, I guess.
Yeah, so one of the thoughts on that was that one way of development is to do this out of Connex boxes and to kind of build a really cool Connex box kind of feel. Connex box containers, shipping containers, and have that sort of feel of, and it's the venue, like you're going there and it's temporary in that sense. As I build the Southwest building, then when that's all built up, then it all gets taken away. But I kind of enjoy that whole concept of that the courtyard where you have a band, like a stage, and that's just gonna, and right there at the stage, you're just going right into the park. It's kind of protected. It's shouldn't be an issue too much with the noise. There's, you know, all that kind of stuff. But anyhow, so we'll see. That's 3+ years away, at least, as far as making those decisions. So, but a Connex style, I can get that up real quick.
Can I
And-
ask just one question?
Mhm.
It's not really, but just a general question. Have you seen the facility or the restaurant downtown that's built that way?
Yeah, I have. And I'd make it better. Like I would do it a better, like it doesn't look, it looks, it's Connexy, but you can make them much more better looking than that. So I've built stuff in the past where up in Anthem, I built a bar called the Bearded Barber, and it's a speakeasy, and it's the thing to do in Anthem. Everybody up there just absolutely adores it, and everyone's mad at me because I didn't do it here. But c'est la vie. But this is going to be great for the community. The venue, it's called the venue. It'll be Tapas Bar and Grill. Park Suites is the gelato, and my daughter's going to run it. So it's going to be a little bit of personal sort of reasonings to do that. So.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, so moving on to item 4, business. A is approval of minutes. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second,
All right, a motion and a second to approve. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Okay, item B, Auto Club of Litchfield Park.
Vice Chair, if we could, Chair is on, if we could
I am
get
sorry, yes.
Chair's vote on the minutes.
Did you hear, Susan?
Yeah, I vote aye on the
Thank
minute.
you.
Thank you, I apologize. Thank you for reminding.
No worries.
Okay, so moving on to B, Auto Club of Litchfield Park, PZ 2629. Randy, do you have a?
Chair or Vice Chair, excuse me. Thank you. I do. This item is for B, the Auto Club of Litchfield Park. As noted in our staff report and packet this evening, this is informational only this evening. This item has just come in for first review. Staff is still finishing and finalizing our first technical review comments of it. We wanted to have Mr. Antenbring here with his team as early as possible as well, to make sure that their resubmittal from a technical standpoint and from your board's perspective is ready to go. It's at Monument Point, which is El Mirage and Camelback Road. It's just at the west end, adjacent to the neighborhood. I'll show you in the next slides. And the request is to construct a garage condos for vehicle storage and associated clubhouse. It's part of an auto club. That is a very plain way of stating it. I'm sure this team will illustrate that a little bit better than I have. The zoning is general industrial. What is very unique about this general industrial zoning is there is a set of design standards that applies to Monument Point. It's from 2009 and governs things like design standards as well as step back setbacks and other things about landscaping and what is responsibility of the management company versus responsibility of the owners. And as mentioned, this is just the first presentation of a planned 2. As far as depictions goes, north is to your right. We have rotated a bit. Caliber Collision is what you see adjacent to the site. So this is the remainder of the frontage on Camelback Road. Those garage condos are in the rear of the site with the clubhouse and visitor parking, let's call it, along the front. If you've been by the site, the Liberty Utilities just finished a well site that is directly in front of this proposal as well. Here's a better look at what is being proposed. Again, we do anticipate a bit of change between this and the next time you see it, just because of Goodyear Fire Department, a couple of concerns from our engineer, just some buildability things, as well as adherence to those design guidelines. So again, this is a first blush and discussion for you this evening. Here's a look at it in color in 3D, just as far as what to be expected. There's two proposed access points on Cercato, as well as the main entry from Camelback Road. I did not have this realization until very recently. We talked about it today, that the traffic signal is missing from leaving the site. So if you've been over there, there's 3 traffic signals. Since this has always been a barricade situation, now that there is a 4th leg, that will be something that needs to be coordinated with McDOT as part of their improvements to build that traffic signal so they can safely exit in those exotic cars. I would not want to make an unsignalized turn. Depictions, if you've been by the site, everything is somewhat homogeneous, and I don't even know if I can say that word in this forum anymore with state law changes. I'll rephrase. They are consistent with the characterization described in the design guidelines that state, not I that states, that the document states earth tones. There's consistency in that stacked stone you can see in Burger King and Story and Caliber and Christian Brothers that is different than the proposal for you this evening, which is a more modern take on things. I'll run through the rest of the depictions just so you have a sense of what is being presented for you for discussion, and this, again, this first introduction conversation. Side view, as well as the proposed materials, you can see, I call it Trex boarding. I don't know if you have a better way to say the Trex boards.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you. Oh. Sometimes I play architect.
Exactly.
The stone elements, which again are different than what is out there today, as well as the cladding in that black color. So again, just as far as the first blush, there is additional consideration that is required. I've highlighted a few of those. I'll have formal responses for them as part of our technical review. From the document, it states colors should reflect the desert environment and complement adjacent developments. What we mean as far as consistency. Colors shall comply with the Litchfield Park Design Review Board approved color palette. You haven't, but the document has, just to clarify that. So in 2009, this is what was the excerpts from. Desert hues, earth tones, browns, umber golds, tans, light browns, warm grays, brick tones, off-white, no pure white, colors appearing in natural stone utilized in buildings. This further, just from the document, just to give you a sense of what it has already to shape the conversation this evening. The inherent box character of a large industrial building shall be addressed with considered overall architecture concept, which avoids overbearing massive wall expanses, utilize entrance elements, window placement to provide orderliness and interest, and attends to appropriate details to a project to a coherent overall architectural impression. I think an architect wrote this. Flexibility and parapet heights may be utilized as part of the DRB discussion to provide interest and variety. Entries should be recessed with upgraded architectural treatments or special architectural features. Canopies, defining building entries to ground treatment and paving should be articulated and upgraded with special complementary materials. Beyond that, as mentioned, there's a couple of things as far as cross-access that's depicted on these documents, and Goodyear Fire Department needs for hydrant placements that may impact the site layout. Not really a DRB purview item, that's more for me in the technical sense, but just so you know, the next time you see it, some things will be shifted during flight. We have not received any public comments on this proposal. Again, we just got this recently and we wanted to get this in front of you. So no recommendation this evening as there is no action on this item. But that concludes my presentation. We look to this board for any sort of feedback to provide the applicant. The applicant's team is here this evening as well to go to the podium as needed to address any comments to them.
I just want to say that when this goes up, I am in so much trouble. Because my husband was just told no, he could not buy a collector type car because we had no place to house it. So now it's a great solution.
So, let's see, I guess, do you guys have a presentation that you would like to make?
A little bit. I mean, I'm flanked here by this is part of my and Mike's. I get flanked by Mike's. This is our architect design.
Right.
The nature of it is, there's kind of two phases that we'd like to kind of look at. One, we're going to have a clubhouse and a showroom. So the clubhouse and showroom is about 15,000 square feet. Clubhouse is about 7,500. It's an 8,000 square foot. You get a picture there, Mike, of kind of what it's going to kind of look like from inside, looking into the showroom. The showroom it's 8,000 square feet. It'll be cars. The clubhouse will be membership only. So if you buy a garage in the back, you get a free membership. But we will have external membership coming in as well, and they'll be a part of the club. The clubhouse will have, the games room, a bar. That'll have a golf simulation, a cigar lounge with poker table kind of thing. Just your man cave of man caves kind of thing. What's that? Yeah, sure. They can. Yeah, we'll have a spa kind of thing for the wives, I guess. And so we will. So that's a business model for the clubhouse and the showroom. People can put their cars into that as well as if they just wanted to have single car. The garages, each garage will probably house 4 cars, that kind of thing. We'll phase this out. Phase 1 will be the clubhouse and the showroom, and then do the garages after that. We'll pre-sell the garages. We anticipate a pretty high demand for this. They're kind of popping up everywhere in Maricopa County. But we've got Litchfield Park kind of nailed down. And we have sites in Scottsdale and other places for this model as well. We have some questions with regards to setbacks and things like this, and some other sort of water requirements and things like that. Do you guys have anything to add? Am I missing anything at all? Okay. There is one concern on the viability of that is that access in the northeast corner. Right now there's an easement or some sort of connection to that we need to kind of close that off. There can't be access to this place, right? The public needs to be kind of locked out, if you will. People will be putting the very expensive vehicles and things like that. That needs to kind of, I don't know the procedure of what to do, but this spot here needs to kind of go away in an ideal world, because that's going to be kind of problematic. But we want to add some more parking. We just got to figure out some of the setbacks and where we can push and prod. There's a mathematical number regarding the square footage of garages that would pencil out for the project that we need to get to. roughly 90,000 square feet of garage that we need to do. Again, we'll phase this out. We'll do the clubhouse and the showroom first. That will be our sales kind of office. People will buy their garages from basic and they can upgrade their flooring. They can put mezzanines in there. They can put all kinds of different things in there, in the garages themselves. And we'll have that ability to do that for them at a cost, of course, or they can do it themselves. So, yeah, I think it's going to be fairly popular. I think what we like about Litchfield Park on this is that this is kind of Arcadia light in many ways on the homes. They're really tight. They don't have a lot of, I think every home in my neighborhood, if you had the space to put a garage, they've done it to build the garage. But as you know, in many cases, there's so many homes that are on smaller lots around here, and they don't have the abilities to build, you know, a garage. And this is, again, building community. I love building community concepts. This will be like-minded individuals. There'll be a community feel. There'll be all kinds of events, car show events and things like this that we'll have to promote a community of like-minded individuals that will be very much into that. With the Bearded Barber, I did a membership up there. I was selling memberships to a bar for $12,000. So it's like, you know, our membership is going to be less than that. So to come into this, so I'm really excited about the model itself. But any other questions for?
The same ones.
The same ones, okay. But yeah, just sort of some high-end things. The model of auto garages are out there, but we're taking it just to another level of coolness. Like taking it to Mike's working on one in Arcadia, and and it's all sold out, pre-sold before it's built. And you know, he's always saying like our model is just head and shoulders over what's out there right now. So we might look at the retail side and make that you know, I talk about Tapas Bar and Grill. There might be a little bit of Tapas Bar and Grill into this spot here as well, kind of concept, but we don't know the finalization of that. Obviously, there's a lot of you know, regulations with regards to that we'll be sensitive to. But you know, it's going to be a members only type of capacity.
Can we ask questions?
Yes, please.
So I saw on your rendering there that you've got 3 tiers of cars.
Yes.
Tell me how that works. I mean, do you have individual lifts for each space?
The lifts come in 1s, 2s, and 3s. So yeah, there's lifts, and then we would have, you know, so if you had your car in there, you would pay a monthly fee. But we would, and somebody's like, a lot of people like they're snowbirds, right? So they come here, they leave their cars. We would have somebody full-time. They would bring their car, polish it up, get it all ready, and put it back into the lift. So that's in the clubhouse or in the showroom as well. But yes, there's lifts that go 3 high.
And is this the kind of place where if you were building a car out, you could work on a car, or is it?
In your own garages, we're not going to have, you know, commercial businesses in there to do that. For services, we're thinking about like tire rotation, but that'd be for members and things like this. We could do some things like that. That we're looking at all the various service offerings we're going to provide to our members, but nothing to the public out there. So,
How tall are those garages?
the individual garages,
Yeah.
they're going to be 26 feet.
Okay. Cars only, no boats, things like that.
Oh, and then you can put boats. There'll be like, there's some that are larger that they'll put our big buses in the far back. You'll notice that there's a lot larger units in the back here. These are is it 24 by 30 square feet, so 720 square foot type things, like this kind of a room about this big, you know, fit 4 cars in there. These, you could put a bus in.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
And those are gonna be sold or
Oh,
so,
yes.
okay, so eventually the membership will own all of those garages?
Yeah, if you buy a garage, you'll get a membership for free.
Okay,
Okay, so we're gonna go and we're gonna limit the number of members. In here, we're gonna limit it to external members, but, yeah. Is that answering your question?
yeah, I think so. I'm just trying to think about like the, you know, the ownership model once it's built out. These will all be individually owned, like condos with an HOA, things like that.
Correct,
Okay.
yeah, there'll be an HOA, and there'll be, and you can sell them, you know, they'll be for sale, like, so,
Separately deeded.
correct. Yeah,
Have you looked at the Sun City Grands club up there?
they're doing one, yeah, I've seen, I
I don't
haven't,
know, Sun City Grand has had their club up there for a long time,
oh, okay,
and they spent, I forget what the number was, and it's a big number on their club, and it's club members only, but they have a full garage in it, and the members are the only ones allowed to work in there.
Mhm.
So you may want to just take a look over there, and then, and where'd you say over in not Scottsdale, where, Arcadia, where are you putting it up in Arcadia?
Where's the,
It's right, it's the northern portion of it, it's 4th Street and Camelback.
Area, okay,
It's right at that intersection, just south of that.
on the southeast corner of Camelback, and
Yeah, it's about half a block out.
is it a vacant lot now, or you're tearing houses down?
I'm sorry,
Is it a vacant lot, or are you tearing houses down? Huh?
it's a vacant lot.
This is a very popular concept that's sprung up throughout the valley, and they're selling very fast. They're attracting a lot of attention. It's kind of like Brian said, they're the ultimate man cave. Guys are building them out. Just, it's kind of like having an airplane hangar for a car.
So if I have a bay that I've bought, a garage that I've bought, a Model A in there,
Mhm.
And I pass away, do my kids have to then sell that, or is there a way of that coming back to the organization?
it would be just, you have title to, it goes into your trust or your,
It's just
it's not ours, it's not,
Like-
it wouldn't be ours.
Just the
Yeah.
tax ID of all the units, and
Yeah, there'll be an HOA because we want 1 metered water. We don't want to have everybody, so everyone's they'll have to, you know, we'll pro rata the water, right? So nice and clean and easy. They'll have their own electrical because some of them will have 220, some will have, you know, they'll do whatever they want to do in there. Some will tinker and do their own mechanic on their own car. Obviously, that can be done and allowed. Yeah, so.
Just to clarify some of those words, will be done and allowed per what's legal.
Yeah.
Improvements to the garages.
But we've seen people do in the mezzanines, they'll have couches and their own little TVs and section, obviously no beds or anything like that, but we'll plumb them in for water for if the toilet and the sink and but that's just extra if they want that in there, but we'll have that available. So
Is everything at ground level going up?
yes,
Or are you going subterranean?
for plumbing or
No, for vehicles.
no, just ground level up.
Okay.
Yeah, ground level up.
Because over in town of Paradise Valley, the developer built one that has 5-car garages, which 3 are down and 2 are up.
Mhm.
So,
Very expensive.
Yeah.
you know,
Vice Chair,
6, yeah,
if it's okay with you.
yes.
I love the enthusiasm with everyone. This is the Design Review Board. Per section 39 of the zoning code, which outlines your authority and discussion points as far as the facades and the designs of the buildings. If we could, any additional comments regarding those would be, now is the time.
Susan, also, just wanted to give you a second to answer that exact, if you had any comments or questions on the aesthetics.
No, I thought the aesthetics were suitable to the purpose of the project, a little more modern, and I think it's still within design guidelines for our area. I mean, I'm looking at it on my iPhone, so it's really hard to see. But from that little scale, it looks pretty good.
Right, does anybody else have any?
Yeah, we want to let Frank Lloyd Wright type look in there a little bit.
Usonian. That's the
Usonian.
Sony,
Usonian.
use them.
So I guess I also really like, I think it's appropriate. I tend not to be a fan of stacked stone, and I think it would be really appropriate to do something like a blasted CMU, or like, God help us if it could be like a board formed concrete or something, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the only comment that I have on it.
I'm not a stacked stone lover at all. Like, so I like, you know, natural rock, and there's some nice game ranch kind of rock that I've got on my house, and that I quite like it. So, but yeah, I think that we're going to need some flexibility on that. I think that's the look. What I don't like, let's stick with what we don't want, is that an industrial look and feel. Even though it's zoned industrial, I think we can all agree that I don't like to, you know, I don't go cheap on this stuff, right? We're going to be selling these at a premium, and people who want this will want a premium look, premium feel, and that's what we're going to give them. So.
Great. Okay, so we don't actually, do we need to have a motion?
There's no motion tonight. That, if there's no further questions, that would conclude business items for this evening.
Okay.
And I don't know if Chair has any additional.
I was just curious about height restrictions, if there is as well under that.
Chair, Monument Point does have some pretty substantial allowances. If you think about the mini storage being 3 stories, because of their adjacency to the residential, there is a setback that I do not see concerns with based on what they've showed so far.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Regarding the step backs on the east side or the south side, we've built our renderings to push the setbacks or to provide a setback scenario. But what we'd really ideally like to do is to have those not have setbacks and use the building as a barrier or as the wall, if you will.
Yes, and something we talked about on the phone is internal setbacks do not apply, only perimeter setbacks, meaning from Camelback or the homes. But your lot to the adjacent lot, no setbacks required.
Okay.
Except for if their building is against property line and your building is against property line, then you have a fire rating concern. So then you want to probably keep your 10-foot distance so you don't have to fire rate those walls.
Even if these are prefab metal buildings, is there going to be an issue with that? Like, in the sense of setback, like?
No, in the sense of what is permitted within the Monument Point design guidelines, specifically prefab metal is called out as a prohibited material.
Really?
Yes.
So we have to go CMU?
That is one of the options. And again, this is our first conversation as a whole, working through this. We have a technical list of responses for you regarding step backs and setbacks and fire hydrant placements and retention and all those sorts of things that will come to you this week as well. We want to partner up the board's feedback and our technical review, but we would anticipate an evolution of this design.
Okay.
And a couple of little key details like that.
Yeah, our preference is a prefab metal building. Okay?
Sure.
So.
And just to clarify my words, if you clad it and we're none the wiser, it's fine. It can't be just corrugated steel.
No. Yeah.
But I thought your main finish is stucco, isn't it? Like painted stucco? The black, isn't that?
No, that's
That's all metal. That
Oh,
was.
okay. I guess I thought like iron, I thought I saw iron or stucco, painted stucco somewhere.
Would that be on CCNRs though, have them change them though, to be able to do that?
So just to, since you're not on the microphone, I want to repeat the question.
Okay.
The CCNRs are an independent agreement between you as property owner and your community, let's call it. My document is independent of that. Mine is a council approved zoning document. Yes, there can be changes to that. Whether there would be support, I'm not sure. And that's months of time to consider that. And maybe just to quell it now to the board, does the board have appetite to support metal buildings in Monument?
I think it just depends on what it looks like.
Sure.
That's what would
And
be my answer.
again, maybe just for background of everything that's happened with state law. State law has removed the city's ability to be subjective to the conversation vice chair saying this metal, not that metal. We can't have that kind of conversation anymore. We only can allow objective standards. Metal, yes or no?
The city,
Wood, yes or no?
the city can only have that
The
conversation.
city can
right?
only have that conversation.
We can have
Oh,
this
I see.
objective conversation here, right? And then we can recommend. Is that right?
Yes, just to answer that question for everyone. Board can still give subjective responses. I have to make sure I walk a very narrow path with what is permitted from the city's representation. The good news and silver lining in this is this zoning has design guidelines. So we don't need to worry about stepping too far off that ledge because we have a document, a zoning document that codifies the intent of this area.
And with this type of building, it fits with what's already there.
So
Two mechanical garages, a drug or a pot
Yes.
place.
yes,
You know, my question is, are they fully air conditioned?
Optional, they'll be optioned for what do you call them, the minis?
Mini split?
Mini splits, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Mini splits.
Oh, yeah, that's the only way.
Okay.
No, and depending on how tall your flat roof is, you got perfect place to park it
Yeah, exactly.
instead of hanging on the outside of the buildings.
No, we don't want that.
Right.
We're gonna put what do you call that wall?
Parapet
Parapet wall, to hide all that stuff. We don't want
Or
it all.
screen.
Yeah, no, that's gross looking. It's not good.
As far as the finishes, it's not metal, a little bit wood, but what about combination of material? Like, you add a metal compatibility, add some architectural features to those.
so again, since you're not on the microphone, if there is an appetite for a mix of materials, yes, there is an appetite for a mix of materials. We're going to be very cognizant of a subjective opinion about it. So again, this week you'll get technical review comments. If you haven't seen this document, I apologize that you haven't yet. I will provide you a copy as well, just so you can compare notes.
Oh, go ahead.
Randy, can I have a question?
Yes, Chair.
So the current zoning design guidelines for this area do not permit a metal cladding?
They do not permit prefab metal, like a corrugated steel, go buy it at Tough Shed and put it in.
Okay. And this what we're being shown now, the dark gray is not that, it's some other metal product?
No, it is that.
Oh, okay. So I think what Randy was saying, that this is, in order to go away from the existing design guidelines, it's going to take a long time to get it through, or to get approval through the city council, I'm guessing.
Chair, it's that, and certainly we don't need to go that far if the feedback from the board this evening, or I can ask council members, one of which is here, if there is appetite for that, and I apologize, it's not to you, but that Tough Shed look, or that prefab metal chicken farm sort of thing. I know that's not the intent this evening with what's being depicted, but again, I can't subjectively split that hair to say, I like this prefab metal, I don't like that prefab metal.
I'm so sorry. I just want to clarify because I'm looking at the drawings and it looks like there's quite a bit of, it says stucco painted, smooth sand finish, iron ore. And then it's kind of, it's got this nice red, the metal board and batten panel. I think, so the metal panels we're talking about board and batten. And then the more smooth surfaces are actually stucco, painted stucco. Is that right?
Yeah, there's definitely a combination of product there. We don't want to have a single look. And, I mean, if we're putting up masonry walls, it really it's not a good look. I mean, I've seen them all, and this provides some variety. I'm not saying we're going to, the variety is an important aspect of things, but the board and batten style, I'm going to that's what I consider prefab. Now it's a lot better looking than I know what you're talking about. But it's yes.
So the mixture of textures.
Can I have a question also?
Yes. Go
So
ahead, Susan.
on the elevation we're looking at, the darkest gray is you're calling it the board and batten, we'd call it standing seam. And
Yes.
then the lighter gray is the stucco texture.
Yes.
That's, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I think as that kind
We lost you.
That's prefab stucco though. It's not where you're spreading it in the field. You're bringing the sheets and attaching it.
You're right. And maybe just to clarify, she was here and she was. Prefab would indicate 4 panels you're putting in. A board and batten is just a material that's being added. Wouldn't
It's like
think they're
cladding.
the same thing.
Right. Susan, are you there? I think we've lost you.
yeah, I'm here.
We kind of got cut out. Could you repeat your last thought?
I was just saying that that would be fine as an element of this. I think if you were taking a whole building and doing just like as Randy was saying, a corrugated, tough shed, that would be unacceptable. But as it's presented here, it's fine. The prefab stucco panels, there's really I've seen that done very well, so I don't see a problem with that material.
Mm-hmm.
So Susan, I agree. I think that as it's presented here, it's a nice variation of texture, and I wouldn't have any issues with supporting it as it is presented, personally.
That's the difference, I think, when you mentioned tough shed. Tough shed is just one material, texture all the way around, where we're proposing different forms of utility.
Tough Shed would be happy to have one or two looking like this that they could sell.
Yeah, we're keep in mind our audience we're selling these, right? So they're not gonna, they want to be, it's a membership, it's like they're gonna pay a premium. We're gonna provide a premium product, and I'm really wanting to get away from the cinder block kind of look and industrial look here, even though we're in industrial, but yeah, I think we can do, I think it's going to look great, but we have, yeah, that's kind of where we're going towards in that look. So.
Yeah, yes.
Speaking as the council member, I would have no problem supporting this because I feel like there's enough architectural interest and different textures make it interesting.
Yeah, I mean, here's a good example of a metal building look that is now, it's metal, it's prefab, but it's not like, it's just got a great look to it. We can't put up a chicken fence and sell. We can't do that. It's not going to happen. So, not in Litchfield Park. If we were south of the 10 and like way down south or doing something, And we just wanted people just to have, you know, garage, that's a different market, not here.
If you want, in my opinion, if you want to go look at something that's being erected now, just look over at lot 1 and 3 and 4.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's about mixing things and it's.
It's very similar look.
Huh?
It's a very similar look.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Now, and you can see that it's an all steel building.
Mhm.
All the studs inside, I mean, the whole thing, with a little bit of wood here and there, but I mean, it's to.
Yeah, and that's
Very interesting.
and that's all built off-site, like for this, it's all gonna be built off-site. We're gonna clean it all up and make it look great. But they'll snap it all together, boom, 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 like real quick. And but yeah.
So I think to summarize, seems like we're all kind of on the same page as far as the intent behind the current zoning that doesn't sort of moves people away from that. Obviously, if this is the intent is being met, that it's as it is shown, it's obviously not that. And I think the board seems to be
Thank
in
you.
agreement.
Because it's not an action item, I'll still put this before you. It may look exactly the same. It may be a rehash of what we're showing, but it'll still come back to you.
Okay. Do we need to make a motion to close out this item or we can just move on?
The business item is ended when you are ready.
All right. So final last chance, anybody?
What's your ideal time frame? Like, when would you like to see this happen?
I'd like to break ground in the fall.
Okay.
Like, so I've secured land. Yeah, I know it's ambitious, but now after this, the next stop is to get CDs completed by Mike and my bank is excited, very excited about the project. Yeah, that's my time frame on this one. The venue is, I got my demo permit in hand a month early. I heard that their last day was May 31st at Ribbons, and it was, but I didn't realize that they actually have another month. And rumor has it I kicked them out, and that's not true. I want to make it known that they gave me 90-day notice on their lease. So I'm the big bad landlord that's apparently getting thrown under the bus here. But that's not the case. They provided me notice, and that's how it was. But I'd like to get going on that immediately. So.
Great.
There were lots of questions. I was down there on the 31st and everybody was asking what's happening to it. So that's good.
Yeah, it's gonna be, well, we're gonna make it the heartbeat of Litchfield Park. Let's put it that way. And we're gonna do exactly that. So. All right. Appreciate you guys' time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so moving on to agenda item 5, staff report.
Chair, Vice Chair, members of the board. School, the roundabout, and the library remain on schedule August 3rd. All 3 will be open and operational. Meanwhile, the park, museum, underpass, Litchfield road improvements, Camelback road improvements remain unstarted. I am not doing well. I think we're in about the 4th inning. Thought we'd be closer to the middle of the 7th, but I think we're still about the 4th inning on these projects. Meanwhile, for Akamasa's projects on lot 3 and 4, we were working towards substantial completion in July. Ideally, I don't know that we'll get there, quite frankly, looking at where we are today. We have received nearly every TI, the tenant improvements for those sites. We're anticipating 2 more. The restaurants have yet to come in. And then on lot 1 and lot 2, Mike Rodolfo and family had their groundbreaking this week. They're looking to do at-risk grading. It's the middle of summer, so Liberty is stingy on hydrant meters. So they're working through that. They're on the list to get one when one is available. And so they'll get going as soon as possible. Lot 13 and 14 behind City Hall, Jay Pointer's project remains on hold due to the water issue because Liberty is not an assured supplier. He is not able to create residential condos. Commercial condos are fine, but he cannot create residential condos because of Liberty status. So he is back to the drawing board, and when that does come back to us, we'll come back before you. And that concludes my staff.
Great, thank you. Board member reports on current events? Anybody?
I would just say that I attended both the groundbreaking and the ribbon cutting for what's the name of the office that just opened up over here? Oh, you know what, it's in your plaza. Yes, Radiant.
Correct.
Yes, sorry about that, forgot the name. But it was beautiful, beautiful work done inside.
Yeah, it's a nice spot.
Yeah. It kept a real nod to the historic nature of the place. And it was very well
Peel
done.
back some of the stucco internally, expose the brick inside. And yeah, it's
Very
a
nice.
nice history.
Right, very much so.
Thank you. Susan? Anything?
Oh, I don't have anything.
Just wanted to make sure you had a
Yeah.
chance in case you
All
did.
good, thanks.
Always the last word.
Yeah. Okay, so do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I'll second that.
Great, motion and a second.
Aye.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Bye.
No opposed. Meeting adjourned.